guys, and welcome back to the channel for another Marvel's Avengers video. And in today's video we have another hero concept for you guys. I hope you guys will enjoy it. This one will be about Vision. Now if you guys are new to these hero concepts, what I pretty much go through is what abilities they might have, their assault, heroic and ultimate abilities, what I think they could have and what I think they could be for characters that are not in the game yet or have not been thought of that might be coming into the game. I know a lot of people want to see Vision in this game. I know he's definitely one of the big ones that the community wants to see in this game, that's for sure. Now I've already done one for Captain Marvel, so if you guys haven't checked that out, go and I'll put a link to it in the description below so you guys can go check it out. But in this one I'm going to be doing Vision. Now obviously WandaVision is out right now, so that's giving us like a lot more Vision content, so I thought it might be appropriate to do this one now, and next one will be Wanda. Now Vision and Wanda have been kind of challenging to me to discover what abilities they should have, powers they should have as well. So it's been a bit challenging. Honestly, Wanda's more challenging than Vision. So I know Vision's taken me a while, guys. It's like, I think this video is probably going up a bit like 2 weeks later than what it should have been. So apologies about that. But I wanted to make this as good as I can, and go into a bit more history of of Vision himself. Because when you think about it, when characters need to come into the game, they need to have, obviously every character at the moment in the game has a shooting attack, they have melee, obviously they're intrinsic, they also have their, whatever they can use for their assault, heroic and ultimate abilities, as well as, their skill sets as well. So there's a lot to think about when doing these hero concepts, guys. But I hope you guys are going to enjoy this one. If you do, make sure to leave a like, comment, channel, subscribe if you guys do. But now let's get straight into it. Now when doing this Vision hero concept, it took me a while to actually decide of what Vision will actually be like, because of course there's two different types of Visions. Well, there's been a couple of types of Visions, but of course the main one in the comics has a gem. It's not actually one of the Infinity Stones, and obviously in the MCU it obviously is the Mind Stone. Now I think they're going to go with the route with the Mind Stone. I honestly believe that the Infinity Stones will come into the game at some point, and I think obviously we've all seen it with the Kree. It's very much purple, much as the Power Stone. That's probably a different video in itself, but I think the Kree have got the Power Stone in some way. Obviously we all know that Ronan is of course obsessed with the Power Stone, as we've seen in the MCU, as well as we've seen in Marvel in general. So I definitely think the Infinity Stones will be coming in at some point. I think this is the way that Vision will come into the game at some point, with the Mind Stone, much like the MCU. But let's start off with these basic movesets, guys. So obviously I think he's going to act a little bit like Thor in my opinion. He'll be almost the strongest Thor in my opinion, if not stronger. Obviously he's one of the strongest in the Avengers itself, in the comics, and well, not really much as the MCU. I feel like he was very underpowered in the MCU compared to the comics. But of course I think Vision should be able to hover. Of course, he can fly, and like I said, he can fly as well. I think those are the ways that he can get around the field. Obviously Thor can run, but no one really runs with Thor anymore. You either hover with him or you fly. That's the way you get around with him. If you want to fly somewhere, that's it's the best way to do it. It's obviously the fastest way to get somewhere is to fly. So I definitely think Vision will have the hover and fly. Obviously his intrinsic attack or his intrinsic ability, I think of course will be the Mind Stone, or whatever the gem in his head will be. I think that's definitely his intrinsic, and I think obviously he got this, I think it's called the Solar Gem in the comics, I believe. I think the way that it will empower up is it'll power up over time, and then you can release a torrent of energy, essentially like what he does in the comics. Obviously he powers it up and then releases in a torrent of energy. Now this gets onto his ranged attacks. Obviously his melee attack, he's got super strength. Obviously he can change his body density. More on that later. I'll be going to that in his ultimate heroic ability. But I think his normal range attacks will be from the stone in his head. I think he'll have probably be a shorter, like a not as strong ranged attack, because I believe his assault heroic ability will be a more charged attack, more like Iron Man's repulsor gloves are his normal attacks, range attacks, and then his uni beam is his assault heroics. I think it's gonna be very similar to that for Vision. His support heroic ability is actually one of the ones that has been very troubling for me. I think it'll be more like, as I said before, I think he's going to act a lot like Thor, so I think it'd be very much like Warrior's Fury for Thor. This is the one that I really couldn't really decide on, but I think a way that this could work is that Vision with the Mind Stone can help make others' intrinsic energy, go back further, or it can, make players do more damage, or take less damage, you know, something like that. I think, you know, it was definitely a hard one for me to do this one. Let me know what you guys thought. If you guys have got any comments, and if you guys have got anything that you'd like to add to this, definitely let me know in the comment section below. What do you guys think Vision will be like? Do let me know in the comment section below. Now, his ultimate heroic ability was probably the hardest one for me to come up with, but I believe it will be if you have the Power Stone, the Mind Stone, or the gem in his head, his intrinsic ability at full power. I think very much like Black Widow's ultimate ability. Of course, you can use it, and it gains a lot more power if you have her intrinsic at max. I think it'll be very similar to Vision, and the way that Vision will use his ultimate ability, I think this will include phasing. Now, obviously, I don't know how phasing was going to work in this game. Obviously, he could take a lot less damage. I think that's a good way to do it. Also, amplify his attacks. I think that's a really, I think that's the way that I can really see this going. I don't really see, because Vision doesn't have a lot of powers other than the stone in his head. Of course, he's got super strength, super speed, all that kind of superhero stuff. But other than that, it's very hard to actually distinguish him because he doesn't have a lot of other things. Of course, like Thor has his hammer, he's got his lightning and such like that. So Vision was a very hard one to come up with. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And I don't know, maybe we can do an updated one, further down the road with your guys' suggestions. Just let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Now, last but certainly not least, let's talk about outfits. Now, of course, Vision has, of course, got his original outfit that he uses a lot in the MCU. It does change a little bit through and through, but mostly he does use that costume in the MCU, and I definitely like to see it if he comes into the game. Of course, then we get his WandaVision outfits as well. The one with his yellow cape is very iconic. It's definitely one of his most accurate comic book skins, and definitely I want to see pure white Vision, especially when he has no emotions in the comics, when he gets basically wrecked and then comes back alive. I'm not really, as you guys know, I'm not too much too incensed with the comic book, so all I know is that obviously this does happen, and he comes back but with no emotion, and that's why he's pure white. So I definitely think that would be a very cool skin to see in the game, just a pure white Vision. I think it'd be a really very cool skin. But of course, there's many other skins. I'll put some photos up as I'm talking here, guys. But let me know what you guys think, and what other costumes would you like to see. Let me know in the comments as well. But yeah, that is my hero concept for Vision, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys like something added to this series, let me know. Like, if you guys let me try and get some skills in for him, or any other things, do let me know in the comment section below how you would think I would like him added into the game. Like I said, I think it's going to come around the time when Ultron. I think Ultron's definitely going to be a big part of this game. Of course, there is always the thing where Roy could become Ultron. I think I've always said that that's going to happen. Obviously in the comics, Hank Pym does create Ultron. Obviously, Roy is Hank's creation in the game, so I definitely think Roy could become Ultron at some point. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. I'm going to get out of here, and let me know what your thoughts and opinions about this video series are, guys. And if you guys have got any other characters you'd like let me do in the hero concepts, let me know in the comment section below. And if you guys have got any ideas for those heroes, do let me know in the comment section below, and I can definitely shout you guys out in the videos as well. But that is it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you guys in the next one, and as always, happy gaming.